What's up, YouTube? This is Bystander X89 and I'm coming to you today with basically my review on the next subset in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. That's going to be Shadows of Valhalla. I know I've done previews on this deck in my product preview videos. I'm going to do the review now because the entire set was spoiled because Konami decided to release it to the players at World Championships instead of just stripping the information down to us. So we're just going to go down the list right here. So of course it's going to have the Valkyrie monsters, the Ninja monsters. We're going to get some support for the old and outer entities, which is pretty cool. Alistair is in there because we're getting the Link monster from the Link Vrains OCG set, as well as we're going to be getting some interesting reprints. We're going to be getting Elemental Hero Neo's support, which is pretty awesome for those who weren't able to maybe get their hands on maybe a Magma Neos or a Chaos Neos. These are going to be in the deck, in the set, excuse me. Vision Hero Trinity is also making. We're going to have some more minerals in there. Alistair and some of the Invokes, more particularly Mechaba, is going to be in there. And then of course we have reprints: Mist Valley, Apex Avian, Windwitch Icebell, Ash Blossom, and Joyous Spring is getting a super rare reprint in this. I think that's pretty awesome for Konami to throw us a super rare. A lot of players are kind of skeptical about what this entails for it being reprinted into the tins. I know it was a pretty big money card in the Maximum Crisis set, and the Mega Tins usually do keep the cards in their original rarity. So I know Grounded Diagram has already been confirmed from Maximum Crisis. Fingers are crossed right now that Ash Blossom Joy Spring will be getting a secret rare reprint, because I know there are a lot of players out there that want to get the highest rarity of the card, but for cheap, myself included. So I'm crossing my fingers that it will be reprinted in the tins. I know it's going to be coming out later this month, but 2 reprints in a month, that I'm not going to be really shocked in seeing. I mean, if you look at, I think, what was it? The Mega Tins a few years ago, we got the reprint of one of the Dark Magician's Xyz monsters as ultra rare in the tins. And that was about a month out of that core booster being released. So I wouldn't be shocked if we get another reprint of Ash Blossom in secret rare. Overall, the real question is that whether or not to actually invest money in boxes of this in this set. I'm looking at the archetypes in particular, specifically the new Valkyries and the new Ninjas. I know they got a lot of support. They were actually recently debuted at the World Championship qualifier for North America in a scripted Konami duel. Pretty cool of them to actually do that. The only problem is that it's the duel is scripted, but we get to turn around and see how the cards interact with each other, at least. To be very honest, I was kind of excited about the Valkyries until we got a look at some of the levels. So I'm just going to go into this. We got Valkyrie Dritte, or Dritta, whatever. I'm not German, so please excuse my accents. But this card is normal special summon. You can add 1 Valkyrie card from your deck or your hand, except for Valkyrie Dritta. You can only activate the one effect of this card once per turn. Card gets 200 attack for each of your opponent's banished monsters. Not interesting. Interesting power boost. The search effect is basically making it a Stratos. And then it's level 4. If we go into Zweit, that's level 5. Basically, target one monster your opponent's controls and destroy one that's ever summoned. You can target one continuous spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand after damage calculation. So it does offer some interesting recursion for some support cards, but again, once per turn. We also got Erst, Valkyrie Erst, which is going to be level 6. Alright, special summon from your hand by a spell effect. You can charge it target one Mischief for the Time Goddess in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Banish one monster in your opponent's graveyard, and then the attack, and then the attack becomes equal to that monster you banish. So you can actually banish a monster your opponent's trying to target, either to recycle out of the graveyard and back into the hand, or extra deck, or special summon it. And it has some uses. I'm just looking at the fact that, and then you have Brunhild, which is basically a level 7. It's the secret rare, unaffected by spell effects, gains 500 monster for each monster your opponent controls. When your opponent launches a close attack, you can have this card lose exactly 1,000 defense, and if you do, your Valkyrie monsters can't be destroyed by battle this turn. So it offers some interesting protection effects. Yeah, Fortune Chariot, which is basically a Union monster. Wire the Valkyries, which mass summons other stuff. Mission to the Time Goddess skips to your next battle phase on your next turn. And then you have various goddess cards which all interact with each other. To be very honest, I was kind of wishing that the goddess cards were a little bit more or less R-type independent. This way they could be used in other decks outside of them. But outside of that, it's a great fan deck. I mean, especially if you want to do a nostalgia build for the cards. If you're a fan of Von Schroeder in the anime, but to me, I think they give us a lot. Konami did give us a lot of the cards out of the anime, except I think they're missing just the one really good spell card that can special summon any Valkyrie out of the hand. And there's really no traps for Valkyries, which is really odd. The way I see it, I mean, when I initially saw the levels of the monsters, my mind initially went, since they're all white fairies, I thought maybe we can use Transmodify, but without any backup from traps, I'm not, to protect that one monster, I am really not seeing, or that spell I mentioned about being able to special summon a Valkyrie out of your hand, could be out of the graveyard. Maybe, I would have loved to see it maybe be something like Cyber Rev system. Special summon a Valkyrie monster from your hand in your graveyard. Maybe put a level restriction, maybe make it for the level 6 or high monsters only. But still, it would have been awesome to see that card. This archetype really needs that extra get up and go type of card in it. I mean, just depending on Rider of the Valkyries is not a very good idea, because you need to open up with a whole lot of monsters in your hand and then search out Ride just to turn around and make use of your hand. Alright, and that's it for the Valkyries. We have the Ninjas. Also, were basically debuted at that scripted battle. Got to see the field spell in action. We got to see the new Mirage transformation. We got to see the Yellow Ninjas. So it was pretty interesting, not to mention. The thing about it is that with reinforcement of the army at 1, the deck really, in my opinion, struggles to get going. I mean, this deck, Ninjas really favor more of a much slower format to really be considered competitive. And even then, we still need reinforcement Rhoda at 3 to really make the best use of the deck. I'm not saying it's not impossible, because we do have Upstart as a reprint in this, but Upstart Goblin, excuse me. Not Upstart Goblin, Upstart Golden Ninja, but still, you're going to need to have that extra search to really get this deck going. Again, it's a great fan base deck. I know Ninjas were a strong Xyz deck when they were first released. Master of 4 kind of pushed that back. I mean, we do have the link now, but still. As for the new Alistair, this is from the, like I said, this is actually pretty cool. Adds more zones so you can fusion summon. Unfortunately, we're only really getting one fusion monster out of it in reprint, and that's Mega. But I would have loved to see maybe one of the others get reprinted. I mean, they did already bump Alistair the Invoker up to Secret Rare, which is pretty cool, but all the other cards got knocked down to Super Rare, so they might be a little bit more affordable now, but Outside of that, I'm really not seeing much to make me jump out and buy a box. For me, I'm probably just going to be going after the cards I want out of the set. Definitely the Invoked Link. I will go after the Ash Blossoms and Joining Spring as super rares because I'm kind of getting sick of having to swap my ultra rare set between all the decks I do profiles for you guys with. I know there's a few rarity upgrades elsewhere in Alwynda. It's a secret rare now. I'm kind of happy with my ultra rares. To me, I don't really need extra copies at higher rarity for this. I mean, High Speed Roy and Chambara, that's definitely something I gotta get. Akashic Musician is not really doing much right now, so putting that card in, I mean, giving that card a reprint is cool. Maybe that might not be in the sets of the Megatins. So it's good. It's always a good idea to get it reprinted now, but it's not really doing much. I like the fact that they upgraded the Golden Bamboo Sword to Super. Kind of wish they did the whole Bamboo Sword suite as Supers, just so I can bling out that. Magical Planter, that definitely needed a reprint. But Advanced Dark, good to see that card. Gateway of Chaos, interesting. Twin Twisters is a secret rare. I mean, if you want to go after a set of that, just to bling out whatever deck that runs it, I mean, I might probably do that because I need more Twin Twisters. But to be honest, I have enough super rares to do it, so that's a maybe. Magma Neos is something I never was able to get. I got Chaos Neos. I have all the Neospatians, so I'm kind of curious why they included Chaos Neos in this when they didn't include the Panther. Because you need Globe Moss and you need Globe Moss and the Panther to call out Chaos Neos. Magma Neos, you need Flame Scarab and Gramo. I think they might have been reprinted in the last Battle of the Legends, if memory serves me correctly. So that's probably why they're not in here. All right, they spaced out some of the stuff, but would have liked to see some other support. Maybe a Cross Porter. A Cross Porter reprint in this. I mean, that would have been awesome. I know that's a very important deck in the Neospatian deck. But other than that, like I said, for myself, I'm probably not going to invest in a box of this. Sorry, guys, I'm not going to do an opening for you guys of this set. I'm just not interested in these archetypes to really invest that much money into it. I definitely will be going after certain singles for myself. I mean, if you are excited for the Valkyries and the new Ninja support, by all means, please invest in the box. But for myself, and maybe for some other people, I would just pick out the singles you need and just go with that. Alright guys, so that's my pretty much review on the set. I mean, it's a pretty solid set with a lot of different reprints in it. Let me know what you guys think of the set in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to enable notifications so you are alerted whenever I throw up new videos on my channel. Guys, check me out on Twitter, Bystander79, at Bystander79. Alright, so until next time, peace everybody.